This is Christine Robinson from the Argus Foundation here with your local government report for April 20th, 2020. The school board is next scheduled to meet on Tuesday, April 21st. They have a work session at noon and a regular meeting at 3 o'clock that same day. The work session has 3 items on it. The first item is titled Operating and Capital Budget Discussion. There is one slide in the packet accompanying this item. The slide is titled Sarasota County School District Proposed Debt Profile Includes Borrowing of $55 million, 15 years. This slide seems to indicate that the school board is looking to borrow $55 million this year. There is no narrative or memo accompanying this slide. The second item is titled FSBA Superintendent Search. Accompanying this agenda item is the old timeline for the superintendent's search that was last revised on March 3rd and shows the superintendent being selected on June 22nd. The third item is titled Member Comments. There are no attachments to this item. There are 17 items on the regular school board meeting agenda. Under the consent agenda is approval of the property insurance program renewal, which provides coverage for the district of up to $50 million in losses. The district will retain additional risk for named storm, flood, and earthquake losses exceeding $50 million. The policy limit will remain at $125 million. The deductible remains at $100,000, and the wind deductible remains at 3% with a $10 million cap. The premium is just over $3.5 million. This represents an overall increase of 17% to the property insurance and a slight decrease to the terrorism policy. Also on the consent agenda are piggyback contracts totaling a little over $2.5 million. $2.1 million is for intercom repair and installation. Under new business is the ratification of the school board police bargaining unit collective bargaining agreement, which is for July 1st of last year to June 30th of 2022. There are 43 articles to this agreement regarding wage increases backdated to July 1st of last year. All employees in the bargaining unit will move to an 8-hour workday, which results in a wage increase of 6.67%. There will also be retention and experience incentive pay. When a bargaining unit employee has completed a year of service, which is a half a year of the work year plus 1 day, they will receive a 0.5% retention increase to his or her base rate of pay. That's in addition to any other wage increase set forth in the agreement. The regular work week will be Monday through Friday unless otherwise indicated in the agreement. When an employee works an extracurricular school event, the employee shall receive a minimum of 2 hours pay for the assignment, paid at the officer's regular hourly rate, and any additional overtime rate if this is in excess of the 40-hour work week. Overtime assignments shall be voluntary, which means the district may have to contract with outside agencies for coverage if they can't find a resource officer. The Sarasota County Public Hospital Board has their next meetings on Monday, April 20th, when they have a closed session of the hospital board, a review of their financial and board reports, and then their hospital board meeting. The meeting starts at noon and is scheduled to go through 4 p.m. Of note on the agenda is that SMH is one of the first hospitals in the Southeast region to participate in a worldwide study to assess the safety and effectiveness of an antiviral drug in treating COVID-19. The hospital is also joining a convalescent plasma clinical trial in coordination with the Mayo Clinic to evaluate whether the antibodies in plasma from patients who have recovered from COVID-19 can help newly infected patients. The Suncoast Blood Centers will collect and provide the donated plasma for this FDA-approved trial. Sarasota Memorial Hospital, FSU internal medicine residents, physicians will collaborate with SMH clinical research team to help gather data and conduct the research. The City of Venice is next scheduled to meet Tuesday, April 28th at 9 a.m. As far as advisory boards, the City of Venice did cancel this week's Park and Recreation Board, the Planning Commission, and Environmental Advisory Board. The City of Sarasota has a City Commission meeting today, Monday, April 20th at 1:30 via teleconference. There are several contracts on the consent agenda, including a $58,000 contract for pressure cleaning and gum removal, a $234,000 contract for pool maintenance, and a $73,000 contract for landscape architectural services and a $493,000 contract for a chiller at the Van Wezel. The first consent agenda also contains several contracts for the roundabouts at Gulfstream and 41 and for improvements on US 41 from Gulfstream to Fruitville Road. The roundabout portion is ready to move forward with the construction phase. This contract applies a little over $4 million of roadway impact fees to the project. The total cost of the project for the roundabout is estimated to be $8 million plus incentives for early project completion. The rest of the funds are coming from the state. FDOT has added making drainage improvements as part of the project, and they have committed to holding off on parts of the project that would impact traffic until after the 2021 season. There is also a transfer of a little over $1.3 million for the replacement of old potable, sanitary sewer, and reclaimed water mains. There is another contract for the replacement of water mains on 41 between Gulfstream and Fruitville. This has been nicknamed the GAP project and is designed to improve chronic drainage issues in the area. The replacement of the water mains is budgeted for just under $500,000. Work is scheduled for this one to start in January of 2021. In unfinished business, there is a presentation and discussion of the comprehensive annual financial report for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2019. This is otherwise known as the CAFR. This is a 253-page document and is probably the most important document a citizen can examine as it examines the fiscal year of the city for the previous year. Under new business is a water and sewer bill customer assistance plan. In 2019, the City Commission approved water and sewer bill increase. This item is to determine if the Commission is interested in a program to assist low-income households as a result of the increases. The cost to hire a consultant for the program is estimated to be $35,000. If approved, the program is estimated to take 6 months to put together. Finally, the City of Sarasota will receive a COVID-19 update. The City of Sarasota has canceled all other advisory boards this week, including the Firefighters Pension Plan Board of Trustees and Police Officers Pension Plan Board of Trustees. The City of Northport has their next regular meeting on Tuesday, April 28th at 6 p.m. They also have their special district meetings that day at 4 p.m. Northport has canceled all advisory board meetings for this week, which include the Community Economic Development Advisory Board and Code Enforcement hearings. Finally, the Sarasota County Commission is next scheduled to meet on Wednesday, April 22nd at 9 a.m. in downtown Sarasota. There are 45 items on their agenda, including the sale of several pieces of surplus property, a resolution approving virtual or electronic workshop formats for neighborhood workshops during COVID-19, and a $1.8 million agreement for the construction of improvements at Cattleman and Palmer's intersection area. This is a local match with the state. There will be a COVID-19 update from administration and a public hearing on the issuance of $23 million in bonds for the downtown cooling plant, facilities energy conservation measures, and East Jail controls. This is a refinance of a commercial paper loan in which interest rates shot up because of liquidity concerns due to COVID-19. This item is also for a design build agreement for $14 million with Train USA Incorporated for the downtown cooling plant in the amount of just under $15 million. There's a public hearing to allocate $4.3 million from the Business Incentive Fund to the county small business loan program. In addition to that, the EDC and administration are seeking clarification on the loan agreement structure and what the proceeds are to go to for the loans. Under board reports, Commissioner Ziegler has an item listed as discussion regarding essential activities and beaches, and Chair Moran has listed financial crisis management. Canceled for this week are the Waterway Advisory Council quarterly meetings and the Human Services Advisory Council. The MPO meeting is being held this morning virtually. That is the Argus Foundation Local Government Report from Monday, April 20th, 2020. Stay tuned to our Facebook and Twitter pages for updates, including posts with the Florida Governor's COVID-19 press conferences. Until our next update, be well.